Hello guys, this is your lecture number 11 on sources of energy. In this video, we will study about nuclear energy, and we are already familiar about atom because we have already studied about it in class 8 and even in class 9th. Have a look on atom, what is atom and how we will get energy from atom. Before that, we will study about the structure of an atom. Here you can see a picture. This is the path of electron which revolve around the nucleus. This is the path, and this is your electron, and this is your nucleus. So we have already studied about it that electrons revolve around the nucleus, and nucleus consists of proton plus neutrons, and this is your electron. These three R's are the parameter of an atom or composition of an atom. Means atom is made up of electrons, protons and neutrons. These are the smallest particles. Atom is not the smallest particles, but the composition of atom is a smallest particles. And in this topic, we are going to study about nuclear energy, and that energy is obtained from the nucleus of an atom. And how we will get energy from the nucleus of an atom, we will study in this video. So before that, let's see something about nucleus and atom. Now here, what are the composition of nucleus? I have already told you that it protons and neutrons. Protons are positively charged particles, neutrons are chargeless particles, and where electrons are negatively charged particles. Protons are positively charged, neutrons are chargeless, and electrons are negatively charged particles. Okay. Now let's see, note means some more about atom. First, that is atomic mass, denoted by Z, that is equal to total number of protons or total numbers of electrons, because in an electrically neutral atom or in a parent atom, number of protons and number of electrons are same. Suppose let's take an atom, this is sodium, okay, and this is a parent atom. This is a parent atom, means if we see its composition or number of protons and electron, it has 11 protons and 11 electron. It has 11 protons and 11 electron. Okay. Now second note, that is total and that is atomic mass denoted by A, that is equal to total number of protons plus total number of neutrons. So atomic mass of sodium is 23. 23 means, so how many 23, in which there is total number of proton is 11. Total number of proton is 11 and number of neutron will be 12. Number of neutron will be 12. So 11 plus 12 equal to 23. So this is the atomic mass of sodium. Now third, proton that is equal to positive. Equal to positive charge means proton are positively charged particle, electrons are negatively charged particle, and neutrons are chargeless particles. And protons plus neutrons is equal to nucleon, means the nucleus contains protons plus neutron. Proton plus neutron. This is about atom of an, this is about atom. Okay, this is about atom. Now how will we get nuclear energy? How we will get nuclear energy? Here, how is nuclear obtained from the nuclear? Here there is a mistake. How is nuclear? Here will be a word, that is energy. How is nuclear energy obtained from the nucleus of an atom? Okay. So here the nucleus energy is obtained by the process of nuclear reaction. Okay. Here the term we have to know the term nuclear energy. The nuclear reaction. What is nuclear reaction? Means a reaction. Here the reaction takes place in the nucleus. Reaction takes place in the nucleus, that is called nuclear reaction. And there are two types of nuclear reaction. One is nuclear fission and another one is nuclear fusion. So what is the difference between fission and fusion? Fission means, if we know that fission means to break. Fission means to break or to split. So in nuclear fission, heavy nucleus is split into a smaller nucleus. And in second reaction, nuclear fusion means to combine. Fusion means to combine or to join In nuclear fusion, a smaller or lighter nucleus joined together to form or to release lots of energy. And in the first one, nuclear fission, heavy nucleus is split into a smaller nucleus, and during that time it releases lots of energy, and that energy are utilized by us in various purposes. Then how will nuclear fission takes place and how will nuclear fusion takes place, we will see in this video. First we will see nuclear fission. One more thing about nuclear fission. Nuclear fission is uncontrolled reaction, means this reaction is uncontrollable. We can't control this reaction when it takes place. When it takes place, once it takes place, we can't able to control it. Okay. So how will we get this? This you can see here an image. Before we see this image, we will take here on what is written here. It is the reaction in which energy is released when a bigger nucleus splits into two or more lighter nuclei. I have already told you, bigger nucleus is split into two or more lighter nuclei. That is, the energy released per fusion is 200 megavolt per fusion. In each fusion means in each breakdown of heavy nuclei, energy will release about 200 megavolt, but generally the fusion reaction is uncontrolled. But it is, I have already told you that this reaction is uncontrolled, due to which its energy cannot be used for constructive purpose. But if we want to control it, we carry out the reaction in a nuclear reactor which is designed in such a way that controlled fusion takes place. Okay. Due to its uncontrolled reaction, the energy released or produced by the nuclear fission, the energy can't be used in different purposes because it is uncontrolled. So its energy is unstoreable. That's why this reaction takes place in nuclear reactor, because this is a device. Nuclear reactor is a plant which control this nuclear fusion, and when it control nuclear fusion, then that energy can be utilized in different purposes. It can be utilized in different purposes. Especially this plant is, nuclear plant is utilized to produce electricity. Okay. So for example, if we take an example, that is atom bomb. Atom bomb means when it atom bomb is a, the energy is released from the nucleus, it splits into a smaller one, and lots of energy is released, and that energy is uncontrolled. Okay. So how will it takes place in nuclear reactor, we will see in next slide. Now here you can see the image. This is heavy nucleus of uranium having mass 235, and here you can see this is uranium 235, and this is neutron having mass 1, uranium 235 having mass 235. This is bombarded. This is bombarded on nucleus of the uranium 235, and the one neutron is added to this nucleus, means it becomes 236. When this neutron strikes the nucleus of uranium 235, it splits into two lighter nucleus. One is krypton, that is, and another one is barium. The krypton having mass 92, barium having mass 141, means these heavy nucleus breaks into two lighter nucleus, and during this breakage lots of energy is released along with 3 extra neutron. This is 3 extra neutron. You can see here 3 extra neutron, and this reaction continue again. This neutron strike, these 3 neutrons strike here. This is a uranium 235, again here this is uranium 235, again this energy is, this is uranium 235. Again this neutron split this uranium 235 into two smaller nuclei, smaller, that is barium and krypton. Again this split in this neutron split this uranium into barium and krypton. this neutron also split this uranium into barium and krypton. Again this, there we will get 3 more extra neutrons, here we will get 3 more extra neutrons, here we will get 3 more extra neutrons, means 9. Now we will get 9 extra neutrons, and again these 9 extra neutrons strike the uranium 235. Again we will get 2 smaller nuclei and 3 extra neutron in each case, and this reaction go and go on. Means lots of energy will get released, but this is uncontrolled, and the energy released during this fusion we will be not able to utilize in various purposes. Now how we will control it? We will control it in nuclear power plant. In nuclear power plant. Now we will see in next. This is nuclear fission. How will nuclear fission takes place? I can show you in a video. You can see neutron bombarded on uranium, it splits into 2, and you see that 3 once more you can, this is smaller, that is neutron, strike, uranium is split, and we will get 3 extra neutron, and each neutron strike this, and there you can see dividing and dividing. Okay, huge amount of energy is released. This is striking the uranium. Again this this reaction is taking place continuously. Now you can see 1939 Otto Hahn and F. Stratton ने क्या किया था? They will release of huge energy. You can see in this video, nucleus of heavier atom, that is uranium. Mostly uranium is utilized, uranium, thorium. And you can see here, this is the energy. Neutron. This is the equation of the nuclear fission. Uranium 235 plus 1 neutron, that will break into barium 144 plus krypton 92 plus 3 neutron and plus q means here energy. And in next equation again uranium 235 plus neutron, xenon, semton, and this is lots of this here. On an average 2.5 neutrons per fission are actually released. On an average, this is the average, 2.5 neutrons per fission. In each fission it is released. This is nuclear reactor which control the uncontrolled reaction of nuclear fission. Nuclear fission is controlled by nuclear reactor, and how it is controlled. you can see here nuclear reactor plant. This is the nuclear reactor plant. Okay, here what is written here? It is a device which is used to control an uncontrolled fission. What is this? This is a device which control uncontrolled fission. In it, the controlling rods are used which also absorb extra neutrons so that reaction does not occur as a chain uncontrolled reaction. To control this reaction in nuclear reactor, their absorbing rods are utilized, and that absorbing rods absorb extra neutrons, because we bombarded the heavy nucleus with one neutron, but after striking it, when the heavy nucleus is split into two, a smaller nucleus, thereafter we will get 3 neutrons, means we are getting 2 extra neutrons, because we use one neutron, but we are getting, after striking the heavy nucleus, 3 neutrons, means 2 neutrons are extra. So for that, in this plant, some rods are used to absorb these 2 extra neutrons, so that the uncontrolled reaction will be controlled. Then what these rods are made up of? Cadmium and boron. These rods are made up of cadmium and boron. Also in it, heavy water is used to slow down the speed of fast moving neutrons, so that they can collide, that is collide means cooperation effectively with the fuel rods. Water is also utilized to slow down the speed of neutrons, so that it will cooperate effectively. Coolant is used that absorb the heat energy liberated due to the reaction. Most of the times liquid sodium is used in the form of liquid. Mostly or at every time sodium is used in the liquid form. Here we can see image of nuclear power plant. This is the setup. Here is a condensation. This is the containment structure. Here is a pressurizer. Here is steam generator. Here we will get steam, and this steam will rotate here. This is the turbine. I'll show you. Here you can see generator. This is your turbine. Here is steam generator, means here is water or maybe sodium in the form of liquid, and this is the pressurizer. Okay, and here you will get in this here in this chamber control rods, means we will get either cadmium or boron rods which absorb extra neutrons. Okay, and here is condensation, means it will condense the vapor into liquid form. Again this liquid goes to steam controller by this pump. Here is a pump, and again this get converted into vapor, and this vapor rotate the turbine, and turbine rotate the generator, and this generator convert into electrical energy. Okay, let's see a small video to understand it clearly. Here is a video of nuclear reactor. This is the nuclear reactor, means nuclear power plant, and this you can see here, that is the traditional nuclear fuel. Here this is the steam generator, this is furnace here. Now you can see in these are the rods, this is a chamber, fuel elements. Here you can see this 1 centimeter in diameter, fusible nucleus is here, means uranium. You can see the arrangement of rods. This is reactor core. This is moderator that will moderate the speed of. Here you can see splitting or striking the rod, and it splits into smaller and smaller thermal neutrons, that is 0.04 electrons volt. Now you can see how will it split, that is neutron, 3 extra neutrons. We are getting 3 extra neutron, 1 megavolt. Now again this strike, again 3 more extra neutrons is absorbed, again this will strike, again we will get 3 extra neutrons, means this is uncontrolled reaction. Now this rod is used to absorb the extra neutrons. Ordinary water or heavy water is also utilized here to slow down the speed. Here this is going very fast. Now speed is slow down. Here you can see that is pressurizer is here, and this converted into vapor, and that vapor here you can see that turbine is rotating, and this turbine rotate the generator. Here is the generator connected with the shaft of the turbine, and this generator convert the mechanical energy of turbine into electrical energy, and that energy is supplied to the home or any plant. Advantages of nuclear reactor: extremely large energy is released a small quantity of fuel is needed. A small quantity of fuel is needed. Another more thing about nuclear reactor, here we know this E equal to mc square. This works on the principle of E equal to mc square. E is your energy, m is mass of the substance, and c is the speed of light. When a smaller mass is struck with the speed square of the speed of light, then it produces huge amount of energy. On this equation or on this principle, nuclear reaction or nuclear fusion takes place. Means neutron is bombarded on uranium nucleus with the speed of light, a square of speed of light, and it breaks into a smaller nuclei and splits lots of energy. Now this is not advantages, this is disadvantages. Okay, this is disadvantages. This used fuel is highly radioactive and hazardous to all life form. Whatever be used in nuclear reactor as fuel, that are radioactive elements, and radioactive elements are dangerous for all living life. Radioactive waste is produced after utilization of fuels in nuclear reactor. Whatever will be the waste is produced when it disposed either in soil or in water, that causes loss of life. Installation of nuclear power plant is very costly. If you want to install or start the setup of nuclear power plant, that cost very much. Limited availability of nuclear reactors fuel such as uranium, and uranium, thorium, these are limited in stock. So these are the disadvantages of nuclear reactor. Now nuclear fusion. It is the reaction in which a small nuclei combine to form a bigger nucleus. I have already told you at the starting of the video, when a smaller nucleus combined to form a bigger nucleus or heavier nucleus, it releases lots of energy. The reaction that occurs in the sun is nuclear fusion, in which 4 hydrogen nuclei combine to form helium nuclei. We get lots of energy from sun in the form of heat and light, and in the core of the sun, nuclear fusion reaction takes place. Here you can see this is hydrogen, that is protium. Here is another protium, and we know that hydrogen is the smallest nuclei, and this combined to form deuterium. Deuterium means having mass 2. Plutonium has mass 1, deuterium has mass 2, and here release here gamma rays, as well as here you can see positron. Here is positron. Again this deuterium combined with another protium, and it form tritium. It form tritium means having 3 atomic mass. Okay, and here you can same reaction is taking place this side, and here we will get tritium, here we will get tritium, and this tritium again combine to form here you can see at end of the reaction helium, that is 2 red and 2 black, that is 2 proton and 2 neutron, that is helium having mass 4, and here we will get again 1 hydrogen and 1 hydrogen. Again these 2 hydrogen combine to form deuterium, and again it will combine with 1 hydrogen or protonium to form titanium, and this reaction carry on continuously in the core of the sun or in a star, and that's why sun release huge amount of energy. Okay, so now we will see a small video to understand this nuclear fusion reaction. Here is the video. Here you can get, this is deuterium, this is tritium, sorry, this is tritium, this is deuterium. It combined to form helium, and fusion reaction takes place. You can see here in this video how this combined and fusion reaction takes place, and when it takes place the lots of fusion energy is produced. Safety measure to be taken are as follow. Lead containers must be used for keeping radioactive elements. To keep radioactive elements, lead containers are utilized. The worker must wear lead aprons and specially designed suit. Workers who are working there in nuclear reactor plant or nuclear plant, they must wear lead apron that will protect from radioactive elements from any hazardous effect. They are well insulated in a chamber made of glass, and they should be isolated or insulated. Insulated means that he will not, or the workers will not get contact with the radioactive elements, so they are insulated in a chamber made of glass. And this is the safety measure taken when the waste is disposed, or for disposing the waste of the nuclear power plant. First, that is the disposal of nuclear waste is a big problem. Here we will face lots of problem while disposing the radioactive elements or radioactive waste, because it has bad effect on all life form, as we see in Hiroshima of Japan. Another one, there is a risk of accidental leakage. If it leak accidentally, if there is a leak, we will lose lots of life. There is a risk of accidental, this is again this repeat. It has high cost of installation, lots of investment it takes place for installing this nuclear power plant, limited availability of nuclear fuel like uranium, and uranium, thorium, these are the nuclear reactor fuel, means these are used as nuclear reactor fuel, and these are very less in amount in nature.